combat shields is actually late for Clem here. Clem, though, will be able to snipe down a couple roaches and get out. 2 roaches and I believe that was an overlord as well. Yeah, 2 roaches and an overlord for 2 marines is a very good trade for the Terran. You'll take that every day. What is that? That's 250 minerals and 50 gas for 100 minerals. Now, that's not going to win you the game anytime. But, you know, if you do that enough times, it certainly will. Ooh, double scan. He wanted to see if there's a hive on the way, and there is. Oh, once again, that another roach, this time for 2 marines. That's just a more even trade. That is about dead even. Clem starts up his 2-2. Wasn't right away. And no vehicle weapons just yet, or armor. But it is going to be drilling claws. Okay, so with the hive tech, I think he's anticipating that Reynor is going to be playing Ling Bane, and Reynor will be doing exactly that. On the transition, it's still a little bit of Roach Ravager for now. I do like the addition of Ravagers. I don't know if I like the addition of more and more roaches. Widow Mines and tanks, a very good combo together. Like those corrosive vials very much, buying a fair bit of time. Oh, and this one will actually kill a unit or 2. Reynor, so much creep spread. It's actually starting to encroach. It was in range of the 3rd base for a moment there. They're going to see a couple of Lings getting on top of these Marines, and we'll be able to save the rest of the creep. This is a scary-looking push, but there's so much creep right now. Reynor sees the whole army. He is going to go for it with a ton of Ravager Ling Bane. Nice flank right there, dealing with the Widow Mines and the tanks. Clem, is he going to be able to deal with these Banelings? The answer is no. Does get into the medevacs. Clean pickup. That was really close to being a disaster for the Liquid Terran. But he manages to just barely escape by the skin of his teeth. And now he's attacking on the left side with a lot of Widowmine Marine. Widowmine's getting some good connections here. Rosabal's going to try and push this army back. Meanwhile, Bane Roach. Well, actually, it was a Bane. Ooh, needs to see some transfuses on these Roaches. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Clem is kind of running around this army. Nice snipe on another Baneling right there. You can't Bane snipe down Roaches, but they don't fight so great neither. However, Clem did not have his 2-2. If he did have his 2-2, that would have been even worse for Reynor. And as it was, pretty good trades for Clem. Now, creep spread. It is still very dominant on this map. Completely dominant. Ooh, we are going to see a couple Marines getting picked up here. Barely able to escape. Ultralisk Cavern coming in from Jack Frost, also known as Reynor. He is maxed out, adding on a few more Banelings. How many Widow Mines do we have right now? 8. 8 mines coming in for Clement. Widow Mine. Ooh, barely not able to get a shot. That one gets a pretty decent one on the Overseer, and I think a few Lings getting hit as well. Meanwhile, the multi-prong is coming in and getting some big stuff done. Rosabiles do get dodged. Meanwhile, on the other side, the attack was cleaned up. Clem finally going to be able to clean up a little bit of creep here. Ooh, Banshee will get parasitic bombed and will die. Ultra's going to start on up here for Reynor. Very tense, intense trades. Reynor does see the Widow Mines. Should be able to Corrosibile down this one. Gets them both. Nice job. Banshee will survive, dodging the Corrosibile. Actually, I think it got aggroed forward. Man, the creep, one more scan, and it will really be... Well, I guess 2 more scans, really, but shrunken off the map if Reynor cannot defend it. But he is going to aggressively defend it. Parasitic Bombs coming in on the medevacs. 1, 2, 3, 4 Parasitic Bombs. There are 4 Vipers here, which is a lot of supply to commit, but it is... Well, it is going to catch Clem off guard. A lot of medevacs getting blown up. Widow Mine. Oh, unburrowing and dodging that Corrosibile there. Oh my god, the little mini game. Clem doing a great job. The buff to unburrow time. Clem actually flexing a little bit there. Ooh, meanwhile, the Widow Mines finally did get cleaned up, but they killed a lot of Lings. This is not enough Lings to deal with this. Unless he gets a big Mind Drag. Well, he had enough reinforcing Lings to come back through. And I suppose with Adrenal Glands, maybe it was enough. I think it was the reinforcements more than anything. Baneling will connect on this army on the left side because there's a fight on the left, or on the right side because there's a fight on the left. Oh my god, this one Banshee's still alive. Corrosive Vials are gonna miss, but I think Clem might have been a little bit spooked and decided, hey, I'll just move this. Where are the queens? There's only 4 queens on the map right now, and I think they're all being used for injects. Yeah, they are. So no creep spread queens. So the creep has been kind of halted in its tracks, but this army is huge. Are there any ghosts? No, the first 4 ghosts are in production. Parasitic Bomb's going to land. They actually kind of land in the same spot on the medevac. Vikings will be able to deal with the Vipers. I don't think there's enough necessarily for Reynor to keep pushing. He will get driven back, but there are a couple more Ultralisks. Ooh, Widowmine shots. They do clean up a lot of the army. There's still a few Ravagers here. Ultras being kited and will get taken down. 9 SCVs do fall. Reynor is reinforcing through this. 6 more Ultras and a ton more Zerglings. 77 Zerglings on the field right now. Clem is very low on the medevac count. He's only got 4 medevacs. He is holding for the moment. And now that Ghosts are out, the Ultralisks are way less effective, as are the Ravagers for that matter. They're going to be a lot easier to snipe. Clem, though, needs a moment to catch his breath. Reynor is really up in his business. This is just game 1 of a best-of-5, and they are already throwing everything at one another. High-capacity fuel tanks being researched here. Oh, Widowmine. Nice last-second spread there from Reynor. Mitigates the damage from that being a disaster. Corrosive Bile. This one does connect on the Widowmine. That is so many Banelings right here, and there's no mines actually to cover this. Changeling sees the army of Clem and sees that he can go hunting. A lot of SCVs going to fall. Command Center will fall as well, and the factory. And a good trade against the bio. This looks like it was the backbreaker. Last fight was good for Reynor. This one was amazing for Reynor. Nice hot pickup on the Ghost. Ooh, SCVs are going to try and repair up this planetary. Oh, he's not going to be able to save it. And that means the Ghost will not be able to snipe this down. I don't think with his energy anyways. Reynor running roughshod over Clem in game number 1. Super high-level competition between these two. Both players playing extremely fast StarCraft. Maine's trying to get in on top of the army. Widowmine's getting a little bit of friendly fire, and there's not enough to defend right now. Corrosive Vials will connect on one of the Liberators. The other one, even if both were alive, it wouldn't be enough. Good kiting around the Sim City here from Clem. Oh, but there comes the Banes in from the other side, and Reynor takes game number 1. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning down on the bottom left for Team Liquid, it is Clem. Malem. And his opponent spawning up at the top right, it is Reynor for Basilisk. Some blazing fast Zerg. Absolutely outstanding. And kind of cool point out in the chat, this is a Monster versus Red Bull sponsorship. Red Bull, of course, personally sponsoring Reynor. Monster, a sponsor for Team Liquid. I did not realize that, but that is pretty cool and pretty funny. And it does feel like when they play each other, they have ingested a dangerous amount of energy drinks with how fast they play. They are ridiculous. Solaris, very good Zerg map. Well, pretty good Zerg map. I would say, yeah, good Zerg map. Not as good as like Equilibrium or Radhuset, but this is just my opinion, and it's obviously wrong relative to the pros, but I'm more comfortable playing a map like Solaris than Radhuset. Radhuset is actually too much map for me. Solaris. Still lots of counterattack paths. Yeah, it feels like Radhuset, you get 3 free bases. Kind of even 4. Feels like Turtle Terran styles are very strong. But Mutiling Bane is also very strong on Rad Huset. We are going to see Clem coming on in here with the first Reaper. And Reynor. We'll be able to deal with this. Ooh, but a nice snipe on one of these lanes. Can he get another one? He wants it. Oh, the Reaper goes down. Pew, 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 pew. That's a big pickoff. That is a big pickoff for Reynor. Losing a lane? Yeah, that's annoying. Losing a Reaper? That's a disaster. This is a more standard hatch gas pool. 16 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. Losing that is actually... That is actually quite a disaster. Oh, Reynor did get a little bit supply blocked there at 36. His queen was just a little... Well, his overlord was just a little bit late, so his queen gets delayed ever so slightly at the natural, but not a big deal. Not a huge deal. Losing the Reaper is a lot worse because you don't know if the Zerg player is doing something on the follow-up. Now, Clem, he almost always opens 3cc Banshee anyways. But he doesn't even know if there's a third hatchery, for example. Like, this could be a Nidus Worm play, and it actually is not going to be 3cc Banshee. It is going to be Viking. Maybe in to 3cc Banshee. I wonder if Clem is actually trying to bait Reynor. It could be Viking directly into Stim. We'll see. But this Tech Lab timing kind of makes me think he might swap this off afterwards. We will see. Clem does not actually have the gas. Okay, it is going to be Viking Liberator. So then it will be Stim. All right, wow. If Reynor made a Roach Warren and went with a big Roach Ravager Ling attack, Clem would have a devil of a time holding it. I'm not going to say he'd be dead. But if it were super dedicated off like 35 to 40 drones, it would be very difficult to hold. And this feels like a double layer mind game where Clem is like, okay, I lost my Reaper. I can't scout for a Roach Warren, but I always go 3cc Banshee. So you're not going to attack me. And Reynor's like, well, you lost your Reaper, but you always go 3cc Banshee. So I'm not going to go for roaches. And Clem will get away with a very greedy setup, considering the lack of scouting. Oh, there is a lot of creep spread here on this right side, so these Hellions are not going to be able to find an opening. Man, I really can't overstate how strong the creep is from Reynor here. He's already got 10 queens on the map, 4 on each side. And Clem, normally he goes for 6 Hellions, and it's 3 queens on each side. But in this case, it's 4 queens on each side. That will be enough to fight 8 Hellions. Liberator in the main base trying to find an opening, but there's a Spore Crawler in position, as well as 2 queens. Reynor is really cooking. My God, he is playing clean. And, like, for real, look at this creep spread. The POV of Reynor is... It shows you how speedy he really is. Both him and Clem have a ridiculously fast setup. Oh, Hellions. We did find a couple of drones at the third. And Viking gets a second Overlord, I believe. Oh, Clem. Ah, he loses the Viking. The creep spread is already getting, like, really genuinely out of hand here. A bunch more drones coming in for Reynor. He's going up to 80+ drones already. Creep in the main base as well to allow him to put some spores. I do like the way he's got his spores allocated. Going to be playing 6 gas, despite the fact that there's no Hydroden. Looks like he wants to go so heavy on Lingbane. Ooh, these drones will get mostly saved. Spore Crawler does get canceled, but it's a kill on the drone. Clem, a little bit greedy going for the pickup. Does take some damage on the medevac, but he's able to save it. Oh, that poor Marine. 1-1 in combat shield's about to complete here. Reynor. Man, look at this creep. It is nutty. Clem's armory, once again, a little bit late. He could have started that 2-2 up about 20 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago if he'd had the armory perfectly timed, but obviously when you're going up against a... Well, when you're playing as fast as both of them are, it is very difficult. Ooh, double spine, as well as the spore here from Reynor. Since this is not a major tournament, I always wonder if there's a little bit of mind games at play where they're trying to represent a certain style of play for the future. Widowmine not burrowed up. Bane's able to get 2 Hellbats and a mine right there. Ooh, Bane's, despite not having speed, will be able to clear up the mines pretty effectively, or pardon me, the Hellbats pretty effectively. There's still 1 mine that has not yet fired. Ooh. Nice job from Reynor on the split. 11 drones do go down to, I think, a Liberator, maybe? Queens are struggling to keep themselves alive. Transfuse trying to do so, but Clem really finding an opening. Widowmines. Oh, the friendly fire Widowmine. 2 kills. Nah, that's got 20 kills, and it's all Terran. There is a Hydralisk Den online now. Clem targeting down some Banelings on the top side. Oh my god. The actual murder mine. Holy crap-a-moly. Don't do that at home, kids. That is a war crime. You will be brought to justice for it. Clem is starting to clear up some of the creep. Reynor still has a lot of creep to work with. 17 more Banes morphing in. He's got a pretty sizable economy even still. Clem, 69 SCVs, not building more, even though he's on 4 bases. He is trying to really keep the aggression ramped up, and he does clear out a lot of creep. 1 more scan in the middle would clear up what would really limit the influence that Reynor has. Oh, where's the scan? I don't want to check for the energy. Okay, there it is. Clem will be able to clean this up.
Your forces are under attack.
Widow Mines. Oh, that one. Oh my god, it hasn't... Oh! Okay, gets a Hydra. Ooh, Bane's through the acceleration zone. Nothing to shake a stick at. Counterattack on the top side. Will force Reynor to retreat. Widow Mine. Ooh. Oh man, good job from Clem. Able to stand and fight. Targeting down Banes. Will be forced away. This time he does not get mind dragged. There would have been a dead medevac there. Oh, Reynor though came home with the second army. Nice spread on the Hydras. He's going for 1 medevac. Gets it, but it is the empty one. Still, Clem does get pushed back. That was a very nice cleanup from Reynor. Reynor a little bit of creep re-spreading through and into the middle as well. Triple drop coming back to the main base. And with the Lings and Spores, this will get pushed back. Oh, medevac going down as well. Banes getting it on top of the army, but not enough Banes. 2-2 does complete here for Clem. And more Marines joining back up. There are a ton of Lings. God, this game is a banger already on Solaris. We're only 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in. Feels like they've been fighting for 15. So many skirmishes here. Ooh, we are going to see some good stutter step here from Clem. Able to really muscle through some of those Zerglings. Reynor. No. Oh, no, he does have Hive. No Carapace started up. No +3 Carapace. No Adrenal Lands. 5 Vipers, though. That is a ludicrous number of Vipers. We're going to see Widowmines 1, 2, 3 getting blown up before they can fire. Nice target fire on the 1 Bane, though, from Clem. Reynor. This 1 creep tumor is actually really nice for him. And he's starting to respread creep on the bottom side as well. It is so tough to spread creep during these highly chaotic fights. So much to do. Clem taking a 5th base in the middle. Very nice. And that will give him a nice jumping off point. Little scan will clear a little bit of creep. Widowmines not able to fire. And the ones that did, if any of them did, only got like 1 or 2 kills. Transfuse keeping the Queens alive. Reynor is still on 8 queens, or has rebuilt some of the queens at least. Clem. Oh, there is a couple Widow Mines back here. Nice target fire on the base, getting all of them right there. Blinding Cloud and Parasitic Bomb will allow the Hydras to take a decent fight. And actually, it looks like there was a big mine drag in on top of the Bio and Medivacs. That will get cleaned up. Meanwhile, though, in the middle, Clem taking a pretty good fight. Widow Mines, oh, not able to fire. Reynor able to get out of there just in time. Drilling Claws has completed. It was late, but it is here now. Widow Mines, oh, they'll get some okay shots, but not amazing. Reynor will drive this back, and he has a bit of a bank. Still, creep spread is so important during these fights. Lurkers, though, are starting to come on in. We do see Ghosts being added on for Clem. And his 3-3 is about to complete. It is 2-1-2. It's going to be 2-1-2 versus 3-3 momentarily. On the bottom side, there is an attack around the corner. You never want to chase a Terran army around a corner or up a ramp. Going around a corner lets the ranged units really concentrate their fire against a very single file type of setup. Only 4 lurkers here. But at the top of a ramp, speaking of which, you don't want to attack up a ramp into lurkers either. Still no +2 missile or... Oh, there we go. There it is. Starts up now. Oh, this Evo Chamber is actually very low on HP. Lurkers getting jumped on a little bit. Looks like 2 of them did get sniped. While on the bottom side, ooh, big attack. Widow Mines were unburrowed, but Drilling Claws, well, you can't really catch an army unsieged when there's Drilling Claw mines. They are able to burrow up very quickly. Nice target fire here from Clem. Gonna spread out a little bit. Widow Mine, not able to get a huge connection. Still decent. Trades are, of course, favoring Clem, as we can see. There's about 5,000 resources lost difference. Reynor, trying to spread against the mines, having a little bit of a tough time doing so, but good enough. And he clears out all but one of the ones that was active. Ooh, a couple of Vipers do get sniped down. There's still 3. Parasitic Bombs would be huge. Nice EMP, it looks like hits one of the Vipers, but a preemptive dodge from Clem. Attempted Mind Drag with the Overseers. He almost gets all the bio. It is so low on HP. One mine was barely avoided on the friendly fire Mind Drag with the Overseers. Oh, that was a sexy Mind Drag from Reynor. It almost killed the entire army. But Clem manages to escape on out. He was not anticipating that, I don't think, but at the last second, he made the microed his bio up to the top side and avoided this. Ooh, Burrowed Banes. Burrowed Banes. God, there's just non-stop action. These guys are so freaking good. We'll see a scan coming on down. Oh, Changelings do get spotted. Are there more Changelings somewhere else? No. Banelings unburrow here. +2 missile about to come online. We are going to see a Parasitic Bomb hitting a couple Medivacs. They will both go down, I believe. Widow Mine's not able to burrow up. One on the bottom side gets a decent shot on a couple of Banelings, but there's not a whole lot of splash behind this from Clem. One more Widow Mine. It will get cleaned up, but here comes more bio. Is this going to be enough for Clem to deal with this? There's so many lings. So many lings, and they are going through the acceleration zone, as are the Banelings. Clem takes a bit of a concave. Oh, nice burrowed Banelings, but good spot from Clem. Reynor has got to be careful about overcommitting. There are a couple burrowed Banes here. Reinforcements coming in on the backside. Very nicely done from Reynor. The action is just insane in this game. Clem being pushed to his limit, and I think he has hit it. Reynor going to be able to snipe down this command center in the middle and will knock Clem back down to 5 bases. Well, actually, Clem just was taking his 6th. So yeah, he basically never was on 6 bases. Not really. Reynor, only thing, would love to see him add melee level 3 and missile level 3. Ooh, Burrowed Banes. Funnily enough, because the creep has been cleared up, the Burrowed Banelings are more likely to be effective. Scan comes down, checks for this base. Reynor is on... Oh, he's actually only on 6 bases himself. He will need to secure another base pretty soon with a Mule Hammer. Actually, not even a Mule Hammer. Just the regular economy of Clem and a couple mules. Oh, the Vipers! One of them does go down. Parasitic Bomb manages to land on one of those Liberators. But loses 2 of the 3 Vipers. That's a big loss. Clem, what's the ghost count at right now? 3 ghosts. There is not a whole lot that deals with the lurkers. No siege tanks. Not enough ghosts. Widow Mines, trying to be dragged once again. They do manage to get dragged into the ghosts there. God, this game is constant, non-stop action and aggression. 12 SCVs going down at this pocket base. This factory fall note will barely be saved by Clem. Ooh, Burrowed Banelings. You've got to be kidding. Oh, Burrowed Bane. Hey, he gets it on the run back. Widow Mines do fire. They get some decent shots. Lurkers sieging this planetary on the top side. Repair is not coming on in. Repair is not coming on in. Okay, there it is. Gets the repair. And Scan will actually allow him to outrange this. At least a couple of the lurkers. Here come the Liberators. Good job from Clem getting on top of that. But meanwhile, the base in the middle. Oh, another Burrowed Bane! Oh, no, it was Ghost and Marauder, so he decides not to use it. That wouldn't have worked. Liberators trying to re-siege on top of the lurkers. Will be able to clean them up. Good job from Clem. He has not yet been broken, which is unbelievable considering the aggression, the relentless aggression from Reynor. He's done such a good job of surviving and not letting his opponent take him down. Double EMP, hits 2 of the Vipers, doesn't clean them all out. Oh, the Banelings try to burrow on top of this. They will get on top of the Widow Mine. Lings pushing through this middle, but the Liberator count is starting to get very high. 10 Liberators on the field. Lings, though, oh, they're not going to be able to clean this up. The Medivacs healing through it. Clem is actually ahead in army supply for the moment. He will have 3 Liberators getting caught out of position, though. Nothing covering them. And his base in the middle, it will get repaired on up and saved. Widow Mine gets a lot of Lings there on the back. No detection. Ooh, huge mine shots there. Clem is actually taking control of this game right now. Reynor about to be on +3 missile, +3 melee. But that has been lacking for a very long time. And that's probably a big reason why Clem has grown to now a 10,000 resources loss differential, where before it was 5. Despite the fact that Clem is playing a very heavy aggressive setup. Even though he's been on the defensive, he's still playing, you know, like, he's not playing Turtle. Oh man, where are drones going down? Looks like Liberators. Where? Oh my God, where are more drones going down? I'm not even sure. Liberator did get abducted there. Ling, single Ling on this base. Reynor finally securing a 7th and now an 8th base on Solaris. Oh, looks like on the bottom side, 12 kills on that Liberator. Ooh, abducts coming in on a couple of Liberators. Widow Mines could have been a lot worse. Another Yoink coming on in. Snipe did grab a 2nd Viper. There's still 2 on the field, though. And they do have a lot of energy. Parasitic Bomb on the Medivacs would be good, but I think you need the abducts for the Liberators. And there we go. He grabs another one. Snipe just come down, clears out the last 2 Vipers. Is there enough Hydralisks to deal with this, to push through? Widow Mines. Oh, that's a big shot on the Hydras, but here come the Lurkers. Is there enough to deal with them? It's a good concave from Clem. And he will clean up these Lurkers. Oh, one of them survives with 11 HP, and it's actually going to town. Finally getting cleaned up by the last scan. But I think, actually not I think, Reynor has completely run out of steam. Clem is now 50 army supply up just about. A couple of ghosts will overstay their welcome, but a nice hot pickup from Clem. Very well done from Clem. Reynor trying to get in on top of these units, but the survivability of Clem has been outstanding. Reynor has thrown constant aggression at him, and Clem has just been refusing to break. Look at the APM of both of these players. Insanity. The Liberator harass feels like that's really what broke this game wide open. And now it feels like Clem, this is just a formality almost at this point. Abduct on a ghost. Able to get the kill. Clem even trying to micro that back home. It is Lurkers versus Marines, but the Marines have such a great concave. They're going to be able to take down most of them, if not all. As long as there's still scans available. Actually, never mind. He runs out of bio. Still? I mean, this is still got to be over, right? The only thing is if Clem can't secure another base or knock out the bases that Reynor has. If Reynor manages to actually mine non-stop from these bases, there is still a chance for him. The problem is Clem still has a long time before he runs out of base or money on his 6 bases. Now, there's only one Ghost, and it's actually 24 Marines. The Liberators are the only thing that deals with the Lurkers. Hang on. I might have spoken too soon. Liberators do get taken down. Lurkers are going to get concaved upon, and this time it will be a break on this topside base. Oh, attempts to use the drones to mine Greg. Very nice maneuver from Reynor. Clem, as long as he doesn't take a huge drilling... Oh, that is a big friendly fire mine. The drone, the unburrowed drone. Oh, nice unburrow right there from Clement. He's unburrowing these mines very quickly. And the retargeting on the Hydras. There's no detection for the massive splash damage on the Hydras. But Reynor is actually kind of making a push through the middle work. Supplies be damned. Reynor is really pushing hard. He's going to find one Liberator and another. But there's the reinforcements from Clem on the high ground. There's a lot of supply and SCVs. But this is Reynor's last ditch effort. And he will be held. Clem will take it down. We'll even the series at 1 apiece. My God, what a banger. All right, here we go. Game 3. Spawning up in the top left for Team Liquid. It is Clem. Melem. Going for a low ground supply depot. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom right. For Basilisk, it is Reynor. In the red. And it is going to be an Extractor Trick 15 hatch. Going up against, I believe, we're going to see a 2 Rax Reaper play. Yeah, there's the second SCV coming down to the low ground. Could always be 3 Rax Reaper. Clem doesn't do it often, but he's done it once or twice. Now, against the 2 Rax Reaper, the Extractor Trick 15 hatches, it's pretty good. You get your queens out super early. And since you go 4 queen, it's kind of fine having your 3rd base a little bit delayed if that does end up happening, because you should be able to secure it not too much later. And you're powering drones, you're powering economy on 2 bases pretty hard, a little bit harder than normal. So it's just fine. Now, we'll see if Clem elects to... Well, what he elects to do, because he won't know that it's Extractor Trick 15 hatch, since he did not scout with an SCV. This does keep you safe against just about anything. The 2 Rax Reaper, like, you should be safe against anything the Zerg can throw at you. Now, in this case, it's a little bit funky because of the way Clem set up his wall, but it's set up nicely for add-ons to not have to lift the barracks. And Reynor is not the kind of player who's going to go for, like, a six lane rush. And if he did, it wouldn't work out well against this anyways. It'll be, of course, that double inject. We do see the 3rd hatchery coming on in. Clem, he is going to scout that now. And will he build more Reapers? He's got the decision point. No, it's going to be another factory coming on in. Interesting. Interesting. 3 Reapers. Well, with no creep tumor here and the queen's not moving out, I think this might still be a cancel. Even with Clem not committing to additional Reapers. No grenades coming out just yet. I mean, it doesn't seem like much, but 15 extra damage is a lot. Especially when you're racing against the healing or the HP generation. Actually, yeah, no, this is going to be a cancel. This is going to be a very good opening for Clem. Reynor's not even going to try and contest. Look at how far along this hatchery is. We talk about opportunity cost. The cost of doing something. Oh my God, cancel, 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 cancel. Sheesh. Making me stressed for no reason. Sheesh, he waited till that was like 30 HP. Oh my God. I think he knew it was fine. Oh, the double grenade. Can he get one of these queens? No, he actually loses the Reaper. Oh, he might still get the queen though. And that would arguably be worth it. I would say it is. 2 Reapers for a Queen. Normally... Oh, man. Look at that. Reynor shooting his own Overlord in outrage. Normally, you would say that's not worth it. But since he canceled the 3rd hatchery... Ooh, Clem. No, since he canceled the 3rd hatchery, it's definitely worth it. Clem going to be opening up double Cyclone first. We do have Reynor. Oh, he's going to lose an Overlord here. This is already such a good start for Clem. Like, yeah. He's even going to find this one tumor potentially. No, will complete. Okay. Just in terms of mental, it feels like Reynor needed that. A lot of lings here. Oh. Clem. Should be able to kill that creep tumor, right? Okay, yeah, he does actually get it. He wanted to keep the lock-ons on the units. Wrap around from the back, but Reynor, can he actually get these Cyclones? Nice grenade, knocking the Queens away, but they're still going to be able to surround on one Cyclone. Second one, it does go down. And the reinforcing Hellions were not here in time to save this. And with the Cyclones gone, the Queens can now deal with this totally fine. But look at the worker count. Reynor's worker count is way lower than he wants it to be at this stage. Ooh, he wants to set a little trap on these Hellions. And he will go for it. Clem not paying attention, but the Hellions just kind of slip out anyways. You have to anticipate which direction the Terran's going to move, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to do so. Reynor, though, look at the speed of this 1-1. It is so freaking fast. Clem just now finishing up his double engineering bay. Doesn't have the gas, actually, for his own +1 armor, so he needs to get that rolling, and has it now. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Oh. There we go. He starts it up now. And he got his combat shields with good timing. Reynor might be able to take some unexpectedly good fights with this 1-1 Ling setup. Double medevac drop coming across the map here for Clément. It is a really fast setup. Reynor. 3 queens here. Where are the other ones? They are... Okay. 7 queens together. Actually, 8 queens together. Should be able to deal with this no problem. Even with the Hellbats. Nice transfuse on the 1 queen. Second one does get saved as well. Good job by Reynor. And target fire on the medevacs. Grabbed 1. The Lings, even with their 1-1, they don't really want to tussle with the Hellbats. Oh, we're going to see a stim coming on in on top of this base. Where are the Lings? Where are the Lings? Reynor, oh, I think he might have shot his own hatchery for a second, and it gets killed, not canceled. Ay, 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 that's painful. That is really painful here. Reynor? Looks like he... Did he just lose all the Lings? I guess so. I guess they got cleaned up really quickly. Oh, he's going to be going for a Spire off of faster upgrades, but a relatively very poor economy. Good creep spread, but a very poor economy right now. Clem sniping down a fair amount of creep on his bottom side. Transfuse on the queens is going to be good. Widowmine does hit on the queens. And eventually those queens will run out of transfuse. I think there was a counterattack that tried to go across the map, but might have gotten hit by a... Widowmine? No? I'm not even sure. Drop into the main base, though. This is going to be a problem. Spire is still a ways away from completing. It is at the natural. Bane speed will complete. And Reynor will be able to deal with this and at least push this back. But Clem is already up in workers. As I say that, Reynor fires up a big round of drones. But this attack on the top side, Clem is probably going to be able to get the kill on this base. Reynor will try and hold it. Widowmine. Oh, some big shots on the Ling Bane. And Clem gets back into the main base, gets huge damage done, and will force the tap out. Clem and takes a 2-1 lead. All right. Here we go for game number 4. Spawning down in the bottom right. For Team Liquid, it's Clem. Melem. What do you mean you can't snipe banelings? Simply click them. And his opponent spawning up at the top left. It is Reynor for Basilisk. Damn, what a showing from Clem. That was so impressive. Clem is playing just out of his damn mind. He's playing so freaking fast. Really impressive. They're both playing so impressive. For me, that game two was something special. It definitely feels like in game three, Reynor feels like he lost a little bit of the momentum he'd been gaining. Game number two feels like it was the tipping point in this series. Clem gonna go for the one racks expand once again. He was just relentless in game two. Or so, in game three, I should say. Will Reynor be able to force a game number 5? That is the question. Golden Aura. I mean, it is a good map for aggression for Terran, but also a good map for defensive Terran play. Now, where it's a good map for aggression is holding this peninsula and specifically attacking down to this base. And if you can get siege tanks set up here and maybe set up here, slow sieging this base. Other than that, though, it's actually definitely more defensively focused. Probably should be watching the Reaper, as it doesn't get any kills, but forces an Extractor Morph. Indirect damage. I mean, I guess it's still direct damage. I don't know. I don't know how you want to characterize it. Reynor going for 3 queens this time, not 4. Much quicker third hatchery this time. So mixing things up even in little ways with his opening. Clem. Oh, he's really heating up. Will be another double Cyclone opener from Clem. Even though that double Cyclone opener got cleaned up eventually, this was still a very successful opener. Oh my god, the Queen Queen Grenade will allow him to get the Creep Tumor. Reynor thinking with 2 queens, it's a free defense on the Creep Tumor. Well, that's only the case. That is only the case if the queens are in the right spot. And they were not able to be kept there. Third command center is done, but it is going to be quad Cyclone into a quick second barracks. Second and third barracks? What is this? I am very intrigued by this. Reynor is building quite a few Lings. He saw the Cyclones moving out with the Overlord. The one thing I will say is reinforcing with Cyclones feels dangerous with how far forward he is. Oh, Overlord able to get to the high ground. The only thing is that Ling speed is not done. So there's no way to punish the Cyclones just yet. And that may allow for the 3rd and 4th Cyclone to cross the map, and more importantly, for the Hellions to join up. Ling speed, though, is going to get close to completing. Reynor cheekily shoots his own queen, but it was being transfused, so was getting the heal over time, so I think he was just having a little bit of fun right there. Maybe I'll kind of watch this moment. Getting a little bit cheeky. Transfuses are going to come on in. There's the Lings from the back, and this is why this was dangerous for Clem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom! They all go down. That is a huge swing of momentum. So much money invested in those Cyclones. 400, is that right? 500 minerals, 200 gas. And Reynor. Oh, Clem actually wasn't expecting the Lings to take a bit of a bad path right there. Only gets 1 of them. Could have been 3 or 4. Oh. A little bit of jockeying around for a position right here. Reynor once again going for the fast 1-1 upgrades. Now, though, this is a stark juxtaposition of the start from game number 3. Game number 3 was an amazing start for Clem. Game number 2 is an equally amazing start. Actually, maybe even a better start for Reynor than game 4 is a better start for Reynor than game 3 was for Clem. And game 3 was a very good start for Clem. I think we're going to see an attempt at mutas once again, as we've got all 6 gases being taken. 66 drones. Yeah, this feels like muta through and through. And that is one of the ways you can try and out-multitask a Terran. This is a pretty nice find right here for Reynor. Gets a Marine, gonna grab a few SCVs. Will it be enough to justify the lings? I mean, he forces the army back home. 3 SCVs. I don't think he forced a stim. That was honestly pretty good crisis management from Clem. 3 SCVs and a Marine for, what, like 20 lings? 15 to 20 lings? Probably like 18 if we're being exact. Oh, lings might want to set an ambush at the top of the ramp, but no, they're not going to be able to. Still, he is forcing Clem to kind of split his attention. But Clem, one of the best in the business at doing so. Reynor splits off 2 lings into the middle line, but Clem's on top of it. Meanwhile, on the counterattack, there is big Widowmine shot right there. And most of the queens are out of energy. But we are still going to see a cleanup on this push. Spire does start up. 1-1 is about to complete for Reynor. Oh, that's not where you want to be landing that medevac. A lot of damage on that medevac, but it does ultimately survive. 2-2 starts up for Reynor. Bane speed as well. Spire is about halfway done. No gas in the bank yet for mutas, but once that Spire finishes, he should have about, well, unless he has to morph a ton of Banes, which he already had to morph 8. That's effectively not being able to build 2 extra mutas. Oh. Clem gonna get forced back. There is still 1 creep tumor here. We are gonna see the Spore Crawler and a couple spines at this base. Meanwhile, Widowmines are gonna burrow on up. Oh, manually detonating the Banelings there. This base gonna try and come up for Reynor and will be protected. Ooh, Spine Crawler getting targeted down. Queen's getting targeted down as well, but at 17 SCVs just went down on a Baneling counterattack. The 3rd base just got gutted. Reynor catches Clem trying to multitask. Trying to do too many things at once and gets a big punish, and now we can see mutas start on up. Reynor is 36 workers ahead. Clem. Ooh, we are going to see a Ling run by once again. This is so disruptive for the Terran. SCV is going to get massacred in the natural. Clem. Ooh, he is trying to push forward on the top side. Widowmines do burrow on up. They get some big shots, but there's more here for Reynor. Widowmine will get taken down. The last one, there's 2 behind it. Oh, from downtown. 11 kills. But 13 more SCVs have gone down. 32 workers have died in this game. Meanwhile, this 1 drop looks like it was cleaned up by some Banelings. There's only 1 Marine left in it. And 8 mutas are about to hit the field. Clem will be forced to pick up. Reynor. Oh, can he unburrow that spine? Or that Spore? That's all he needs. Does have an Overseer, but this Widowmine is about to rearm. It's going to fire. And it's a big shot. Clem is actually up 15 army supply right now. Drilling Claws does complete. And the mutas, they're not going to be great in a fight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did Clem just catch Reynor on the muta transition? 1 Bane goes down. There's a bunch more about to complete. Target fire on the Banes, but here come the Banelings. Clem knew he needed to go in on top of this. And he will actually be able to drop behind the rocks. These rocks not being taken down are a bit of a problem. Ooh, a big stim coming on in here. Medevac energy, not really an issue, but it's more like the time it takes to heal those units back up. Clem going to split a single drop down to the bottom side. It is 2-2 versus 1-1 right now. Reynor, by all accounts, should win this game, but Clem is putting a really big question mark in my mind as to whether he can. Mutas are going to counterattack across the map. We've got 1 missile turret being constructed. Reynor. Oh, he's going to try and snipe down the missile turret. Will get it. The mass repair was not able to come through. SCV is going to start to fall. Creep has been cleared up around this base. The 5th base did get taken down for Reynor. Clem is still caught on 3 bases. Widowmines are going to burrow up. This Liberator is being a huge pain. We are going to see Marines dropping back down to the low ground. Clem will lose this little skirmish, though. Liberator will ultimately get cleaned up by the Queens. Yes, it does. And the command center, is it going to fall? We've got an attempt to repair it. Will be good. Oh, and a big volley of Thor damage. Hitting those mutas super hard, but Reynor drove the entire army back home. Forces his opponent's army back home, and now gets to clean up most of the mines. There's, well, actually, I say most. There's still 7 on the field. But there are 14 mutas once again. We've got 14 Banes already on the field and another 8 ready to go. Clem's economy is in absolute tatters right now. He is poor as poor can be. Bane's going to try and roll on forward. Will connect with a couple Marines. Clem, good spread. Ling counterattack on the other side of the map is going to get so much damage done. Widowmine will get dragged in a little bit. Thor gets sniped. SCV's getting gutted once again. So many workers have died. 50 workers to 3. And Clem, he snipes down a couple more Banes. Actually, are there any Banes on the field? Only 6. Is there a Widowmine behind this, though? I don't think so. GG is going to get called. We're going to Game 5 in a thrilling ZvT. All right. Game number 5. Spawning down to the bottom left for Team Liquid, it's Clem. Melem. In the blue. And his opponent spawning up at the top right for Basilisk, it's Reynor. In the red. Man, oh man. What a series this has been so far. God damn. God damn, it doesn't get any better than this kind of StarCraft, in my opinion. This is the stuff that gets the blood pumping. Really puts a smile on my face. Man, God, we're so spoiled. We're so spoiled. This is like the most tiring StarCraft 2 you can play. It is just downright insanity. Reynor. God, the mutas almost ended up being his undoing. Clem really put together a strong attack and came so close. So close to getting the job done. Now, what are we going to be seeing here on game number 3? Obviously, it is that 2 Racks Reaper opening. No third barracks behind this. Clem not putting the second depot here, which a lot of Terran players have done. I guess just to spot overlords. Reynor does spot. Yep. Barracks. Now, it is worth noting, of course, that the tech labs will be on the side. 2 Racks Reaper can be Baneling busted. In theory. It can be dangerous to go for this, but with the setup we're seeing, that's not going to be an issue. We do see a second gas from Clem, so it's not going to be some kind of 4 racks follow-up. Would almost certainly be a 3rd command center and a quick factory. Well, quick factory and then 3rd command center, most likely. But we'll see if Clem commits to more than 3 Reapers. In fact, he is not even going to commit to the 3rd Reaper. He cancels it, starts up a reactor, and says, nuh-uh, neener. Ooh, nice grenade right there. Can he get one of the drones? Oh, not quite. The rally drone, the one that just popped out, almost got taken down, but Reynor was good. Reynor was good with the Spore Crawler morph. Very good, in fact. Will be a Ling speed timing. It is going to be finishing up at around the around 410. This is cute from Reynor right here. So he is looking to mind game super hard. He is representing the 6 or 7 roach pressure that he's been doing. But what he is actually going to go for, as far as I can tell, yes, it is going to be a big roach ravager Ling attack. He has set the table for this build brilliantly. And it is so important that he keeps Clem from scouting the spawning pool that it's wiggling, or the second gas. Nice snipe on the creep tumor right here. No third base yet for Reynor. Actually, hang on. Hang on. This... Okay, there's a third CC. No starport, but double Cyclone. Now, with it being Roach Ravager Ling most likely, or at least Roach Ling, I think this is still extremely scary for Clem. Reynor putting it all on the line with an all-in in game number 5. Ooh, and he is going to be able to push these Reapers away. Reapers will spot the Roaches and Lings, but he's going to lose both of these. Now he sees that Ling speed is done. Cyclones. Oh, going to be able to cover this one Reaper. Not the biggest of deals, but it's obviously quite nice. The Stim is almost certainly going to be killed. I cannot imagine it gets kept alive. What is the weapon of choice? Is it going to be Liberator? It's going to be Medevac. We have Lings trying to wrap around from the back, or from the bottom, I should say. I don't know if Clem actually spotted him. Ravagers trying to draw this out. There is the Ling attack from the back. He gets the wraparound on the factory units. One Cyclone will get taken out. Second one going down as well. Another Cyclone pops out. Corrosive Vials will try and take down Stim. Will deny it. Very important to do so. And another Cyclone falls. This reactor is in so much danger. More Cyclones trying to pop out, but they're not done yet. Good job from Reynor keeping these Ravagers alive. The Corrosive Vials are so much of the power of this attack. And the fact that he can kite the Marines. Corrosive Vials going to take down this depot eventually, too. We don't see repair on it. We see repair on the Cyclone, in fact. Actually, the factory getting very low on HP. Oh, look at that. He dropped it on top of one of the Ravagers, trying to get the snipe. Not able to do it. Corrosive Vials. Well, they're going to ensure that this does go down. Reynor is taking a third hatchery during all this. Oh, a Kobe-esque attempt to take this down. Man, the pickup micro from Clem. Able to dodge those Ravager shots. Reynor is continuing to commit despite getting that third hatchery. He is very far ahead in the army supply. Monstrously ahead, and there's only one bunker, no Stim. And Stim will get denied once again. It's going to burn down. Ravagers are very low on HP, a lot of them, that is. SCV's being pulled to the front line. There is an 16 worker lead right now for Clem. Cyclones. Oh, the hot pickup micro is so clean. Ravagers will take down his bunker. No, the repair is just enough. I can't. How did he repair through that? That was 7 Ravagers. That should have been enough. Corrosive Vials will hit the SCVs, but they're not going to be enough to kill this. So many of the Lings, all of them going down. Reynor, though, does still have an army supply lead, but he can't break through just yet. This bunker finally falling. And Medevac providing a lot of healing. So many Lings just died. God, the pickup micro is insane from Clem. And now we've got a siege tank out as well. He's going to go hunting with it, I believe. Clem feeling himself with this. Playing a little bit of StarCraft Master, the arcade game. But, oh, the dodge. So insane from these two. They are both playing so well. 1-1 starting up from Clem. He is still in danger. He is not out of the woods just yet. Stim is not yet done. Combat Shield starts up. I think this is muscle memory as much as anything. Ooh, we are going to see the Lings trying to get in on top of this. The SimCity is very good. Corrosive Vials will find the tank. It eventually falls, but there's another tank in the backfield getting so much damage. This defense from Clem is impeccable. And he will take the game and the series. One of the greatest defenses I think I've ever seen. No exaggeration. Absolutely nutty. Wow. That was ridiculous. And if you enjoyed that one, well, you should have. Make sure to comment on the Great Wall of Clem. Like the video, subscribe, check out the rest of the videos on the channel, and we will catch you on the flip side.